Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
In Islamic sources, Adam is referred to as Abu al-Bashar, the father of mankind, due to being the progenitor of humanity, and Safiyullah, the chosen one of Allah, as he is mentioned among those chosen by Allah in the Quran, Ali Imran 3-33. The origin and etymology of the word Adam are debated. It has been suggested that the word comes from the Sumerian Adamu, my father, the Assyro-Babylonian Adamu, made, created, set forth, child, young, or the Sabian Adam, servant. Some argue that Adam was named Adam, meaning red, because he was created from red soil, Adama. But this view has not gained much acceptance. On the other hand, due to the expression in Genesis 2:7, he created man, Adam, from the dust of the ground, Adama, it is also suggested that the word Adam is connected to the soil. In Hebrew, Adam is a common name used for the human species. In the Old Testament, this word is used more than 500 times to mean human or humankind, and rarely as a proper name for the first human. In the first 5 chapters of Genesis, the word is used both as a proper name and to mean human species and the first human. Contemporary commentators believe that the word is used to mean human species, up to Genesis 4:25. The origin and root of the word Adam have also been debated among Muslim linguists. Most linguists argue that this word is of Arabic origin, derived from the root al-udma, meaning darkness, or al-adama, meaning type, example. Another view suggests it is derived from al-adama, meaning the surface of something, more often the surface of the earth in the form of adamat al-ard. According to a generally accepted narration, Allah created Adam from a mixture of soil samples taken from all over the earth. Due to the variety of this soil, the descendants of Adam have different characteristics. It has also been suggested that the word Adam may have been derived from al-udm or al-udma, meaning harmony, familiarity. Those who claim the word is of Arabic origin say that the original form of the word was Adam, with 2 hamzas, but due to morphological rules and phonetic necessities, the second hamza was changed to an alif, thus becoming Adam. Some have argued that the word Adam was borrowed into Arabic from Syriac or Aramaic. For example, Zamakhshari states that just as Arab linguists attempted to derive names like Yaqub, Idris, Iblis, etc., from Arabic roots, they also tried to derive the name Adam from al-udma, or adimat al-ard. But he asserts that this word is definitely a foreign name. The creation and virtues of Adam. Adam's creation is recounted in both the Torah and the Quran. In the Torah, the manner and time of the creation of the first human are narrated in 2 separate stories. According to the priestly text, on the 6th day of creation, Genesis 1:1-4a, humans were created in the likeness of God as male and female after all other beings. The Yahwist text, on the other hand, Genesis 2:4a-25, tells of first creating the man and then the woman from his rib. The first human, Adam, was made directly from the earth by God, Adamah, and then life was breathed into him through his nose, making him a living being, Genesis 2:7. In Torah commentaries and apocryphal books, it is mentioned that Adam was made from sacred soil, the place where Solomon's temple in Jerusalem is located, and from red, black, and white earth, from all corners of the world, Jewish Encyclopedia, I 174. According to the Quran, Adam's creation is distinctly different from that of other humans. Specifically, in Surah Al-Imran 3:59, it is stated, "The example of Jesus in the sight of Allah is like that of Adam. He created him from dust, then he said to him, 'Be,' and he was." This verse points to the extraordinary nature of the creation of these 2 prophets. The material from which Hazrat Adam was created is expressed with various terms in different verses. Fakhruddin Razi notes that these verses describe the manner of his creation in various ways, listing them as follows: dust, turab, water, ma, clay, tin, fluid or pure clay, sulal min tin, sticky clay, tin lazib, and dried clay, salsal. The term salsal is repeated in the Quran with different expressions. Surah Al-Hijr, 15:26, 28, 33. Surah Ar-Rahman, 55.14. According to Razi, in the first case, it refers to dried clay that makes a sound like porcelain, hazef. In the second, to a substance that has turned dark after being in water for some time, haim. And in the third, to a substance whose smell has changed, mesnoon, Mafatihul Ghaib, v8, 74-75. Attempts can be seen to interpret these verses and terms within a kind of evolutionary understanding. Particularly the verse stating, "There was a time when man was not even a thing worth mentioning." Surah Al-Insan 76:1 suggests that a long time passed from the creation of Hazrat Adam until he became a complete human, physically and spiritually. Indeed, a narration from Abdullah ibn Abbas suggests that Hazrat Adam remained in each stage of creation, starting from clay, for 40 years, although this number should be seen as a figurative expression rather than literal. Furthermore, interpreting the term day in the verses that mention the creation of heavens, earth, and all that is between them in 6 days as periods, devir, as Razi also indicated, AGE XXX 235-236, and accepting that the true human is the thinking self, nafs, that thinks. It is possible to think that the body went through a long period of development until it could accommodate this self or spirit. According to the information provided by the Quran, authentic hadiths, and other reliable Islamic sources, it is concluded that Hazrat Adam was created from clay. From the relevant verses, it can also be inferred that this creation followed a certain developmental course, and although the duration is unknown, it was completed within a specific period of time. However, this development should never be understood as a natural evolution without the influence of divine will and power. In all relevant verses, particular emphasis has been placed on Allah's will and power in the event of Adam's creation. Moreover, it has been unequivocally explained that Adam was created as the first ancestor of an independent living species, solely from clay, and not through any form of evolution from another living being. Unlike all other living and non-living beings, Adam was created as a responsible and accountable being, endowed with the necessary spiritual, ethical, intellectual, and psychological capabilities for this purpose. Therefore, theories that completely deny this special aspect of human creation and reduce it to the level of common animals cannot be reconciled with Islamic beliefs. In Islamic sources, there are also narrations regarding the origin and nature of the earth from which Adam was created. According to one narration, Allah first sent Gabriel to bring the earth from which Adam would be created, but the earth did not permit itself to be taken. Then Michael was tasked with the mission, and when he failed as well, the angel of death was appointed. Despite the earth's objection, the angel of death succeeded in taking the earth. This angel mixed soil samples from various regions of the earth, red, white, and black, and then went up to the heavens, added water to the soil, and turned it into sticky clay. When the clay turned black and began to emit a smell, Allah created Adam from this clay. Tabari, Jami'ul Bayan, I, 158, 160, 169, Salebi, Par 21. Some other narrations about Adam's creation mention that his head and face were made from the soil of the Kaaba, his chest and back from the soil of Jerusalem, his calves from Yemen, his legs from Egypt, his feet from the Hijaz, his right hand from the east, and his left hand from the west. However, these narratives, resembling legends, are not considered reliable by Islamic scholars. In the Torah, it is stated that Adam was created from the earth on the 6th day, without providing further details. In apocryphal books, it is narrated that Adam was created in Jerusalem on the 1st hour of the 6th day, which is Friday, the day of creation. Jews believe that Adam was created in 3761-3760 BC. In the Quran, it is not mentioned on which day Hazrat Adam was created. But according to hadiths, he was created on Friday, entered paradise on that day, was taken out of paradise on Friday, his repentance was accepted on the same day, and he passed away on a Friday. In Islamic sources, the question of whether there was any human or similar intelligent and conscious being on earth before the creation of Hazrat Adam has been debated. The reason for this discussion is the word Khalifa, mentioned in the verses about Adam's creation and the statement attributed to angels in Surah Baqarah, "Will you place therein one who will make mischief therein and shed blood?" According to one opinion, looking at the fact that the Quran refers to Adam and his descendants as Khalifa, it is inferred that there must have been another species of human beings before Adam on earth. They were destroyed because they spread mischief and shed blood. Therefore, Adam and his descendants became the successors to these ancient humans and took their place. The angels compared Adam's offspring with these ancient humans, expecting that Adam's descendants would also cause corruption and shed blood. Additionally, there are narrations that before Hazrat Adam, there were beings named Hin and Bin or Tim and Rim on earth, who were older than jinn and caused corruption and shed blood, so Allah destroyed them. However, these narrations are from Israeliyat or ancient Iranian folklore and do not have an Islamic basis. Ibn Khaldun considered such narratives to be baseless and emphasized that apart from what is mentioned in the Quran about Adam and his descendants, we do not possess reliable information. According to all reliable commentaries, the information the angels had about Hazrat Adam and his progeny originated either from Allah, informing them beforehand, or from what was written in the preserved tablet, Allah al-Mahfuz. Alternatively, the angels, being sinless themselves, assumed that beings unlike themselves must have been created with a nature prone to sin. Similarly, the designation of Hazrat Adam and his descendants as Khalifa does not imply the existence of another species of human beings before Adam. According to a more consistent and widely accepted view, this term is used not in the sense of successors to a previous human community, but rather in the sense of Allah's vicegerent on earth, implementing and upholding his commands, cultivating the earth, governing and nurturing humanity, and being superior to all other creatures on earth, subjugating them under his command. Some have inferred from this term that Adam and his descendants were successors to jinn or angels who had lived on earth before. According to a tradition narrated by Ibn Abbas, jinn had indeed lived on earth before, but Allah removed them and created Adam and his descendants in their place. Hassan al-Basri, citing Surah Al-An'am 6:165, argues that people are called Khalifa because, in the flow of history, they succeed one another. In the Quran, verses concerning Hazrat Adam generally address three aspects of his creation. Firstly, it mentions the stages from Adam's creation, from the lowly substance of clay, until he became a complete and perfect human being, emphasizing thereby the superiority of Allah's power. Secondly, it indicates the elevated status of Adam among creatures. These verses highlight that both Adam and his progeny are the vicegerents of the earth, endowed with intellectual, moral, and other qualities bestowed by Allah, enabling them to worship him and uphold his laws on earth, and also to utilize many other creatures for their service. Various verses state that the angels prostrated to Adam at the command of Allah, thus indicating that Allah created Adam in a higher status, deserving of their respect. This distinction is not unique to Adam alone, but is a shared honor for all humankind. The Quran also hints at the third aspect of Adam's role as a prophet. While there is no explicit and definitive verse stating that Hazrat Adam was a prophet or messenger, the Quran mentions that Adam received words from his Lord. Quran 2:37. Allah addressed him, informed him of his obligations and responsibilities. Quran 2:33, 35, 7:19, 21:17. In another verse, Allah mentions that he has preferred Adam along with the families of Noah and Abraham, and the family of Imran over all the worlds. Quran 3:33, indirectly indicating his status as a prophet. According to a hadith in Ahmad ibn Hanbal's Musnad, when asked who the first prophet was, the Prophet Muhammad answered, Adam. In the second creation narrative in the Torah, after Hazrat Adam was created, Allah sought to alleviate his loneliness and provide him with a suitable helper by making every wild animal of the field and every bird of the heavens out of the ground, and bringing them to Adam to see what he would call them. Adam gave names to all the livestock, the birds in the sky, and every wild animal, Genesis 2:18-20. The act of Adam naming the animals has been interpreted as both determining their roles and exercising authority over them. According to Jewish interpretation, there is a direct relationship between a name and the entity named, and knowing the name of a creature means understanding it thoroughly and exerting influence over it. The foundation for considering Hazrat Adam and his descendants superior and more valuable than many other creatures, El-Isra 1770, can be said to lie in the knowledge power bestowed upon them by Allah. Indeed, in the Quran, after the angels referred to human beings as those who will spread corruption on earth and shed blood, Allah taught Hazrat Adam all the names and then asked the angels what those names were. When they did not know, Allah said to Adam, "O Adam, inform them of their names." Adam then informed them of the names. Al-Baqarah 2:30-33. In the commentaries, it is generally understood that these names refer to conceptual knowledge, and the incident illustrates how Hazrat Adam was endowed with knowledge of things that the angels did not know, thus indicating his superiority in knowledge over the angels. One of the verses explicitly states, "And he taught Adam the names, all of them," Quran 2:31, highlighting the extent of Adam's knowledge. Possessing knowledge as a quality and privilege meant that even the angels were required to prostrate to Adam. Therefore, humanity, through the same capacity for knowledge, has been created with the ability to master many creatures and forces in nature, shaping and using them for their own benefit. More videos related to our Prophet Adam will continue to come. You can find more content about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, other prophets, and the companions on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like my videos, and make sure to click the bell icon to stay updated with new content.